Hello there again. Welcome back. And for those of you that are joining for the first time and don't know who I am, well, let me introduce myself. My name's Andy and I am a storyteller. Storyteller? What's that? Well, some of you may know what a storyteller does. It's quite obvious, isn't it? Yes, a storyteller tells stories. But I'm not going to read a story to you today. I'm going to use my imagination and tell the story from what I see inside my head. Now, for you to be able to use your imagination really well, you need to be nice and relaxed. And I want to show you a really nice way to become relaxed. Okay, so hands on your tummies. And I want you to breathe in through your nose and fill up your lungs and let your lungs expand and go down, and your tummy muscles need to be nice and relaxed. So your tummy is going to stick out a bit, like as though you are filling up a beach ball with air. Okay? All right, so hands on your tummies, breathe in through your nose and breathe out really slowly, like a fish. Make your lips like a fish, like this. Ooh, I best not blow out my candles. Okay, should we do that again? All right, breathe in and breathe out. I've got another wonderful story to tell you today. And this story starts with a little boy on Christmas Day getting a Christmas present, and he opened it up. He pulled all the paper open and there was a lovely tin box. And he opened it up, and inside this tin box were 25 tin soldiers. Little soldiers, all holding their muskets, painted in red and in blue paint. But one of the tin soldiers was missing half his leg. He was missing a leg. But when the little boy put all the soldiers upright, this soldier with the one leg was still able to stand. He was very brave. And the little boy would take all the soldiers and he would put them back into the tin box and he would close the lid. All the toys were together in one room of the house. It was the toy room. And the little boy had a sister, and all her toys were in that room as well. So when all the children were out of the room, the toys would come to life. And the tin would shake and the lid would pop off, and all the soldiers, the tin soldiers, would climb out. The first time this tin soldier with the one leg looked out, he saw the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world. You see, the little boy's sister had a wonderful palace made of cardboard with little windows, and it had a little moat, and on the moat were little paper swans swimming around. And at the windows of the palace were different people. There was the king and the queen. There were guards, all made out of paper. But it was the princess that was standing by the door to the palace that got the attention of this soldier. And she stood there with her arms like this because she was a dancing princess. And she had her arms looking as though she was reaching out to the tin soldier. Oh, how much he wanted to go and embrace her. He wanted to go and give her a hug. But he was just a soldier with one leg. She wouldn't like him. And just then, there was another box. It was a snuff box, and the box popped open and out jumped a jack-in-the-box. And the jack-in-the-box said to the tin soldier with the one leg, "Hey, keep your eyes off my girl." The jack-in-the-box thought that the dancing princess was his girlfriend. Just then the door of the playroom opened up and all the children came back in and started to play. And the little tin soldier with the one leg was put up on the window ledge. And then before the tin soldier knew what had happened, the window was opened to let some fresh air come into the room. And the tin soldier was knocked off the ledge and fell out the window and fell into the flower bed below. Now you can imagine the tin soldier was not very happy. He was convinced it was the Jack-in-the-Box. He knew the Jack-in-the-Box did not like him, and he was sure that it was the Jack-in-the-Box that knocked him out the window. And there stood the tin soldier outside, and he watched the clouds gather in the sky, the storm clouds gathering and building. There was a flash of lightning and the rumbling of thunder, and then it started to rain. And two other boys came running up the road. They came to play in the water that was now running down the sides of the street in the gutter. And they looked and they saw something. What was that? Oh, look! Look over there, said the one little boy. And they ran across and they picked up the little tin soldier. Look what we found! Well, this tin soldier needs a boat. So they found some paper in the rubbish bin nearby on the street, and they made a little boat out of paper, and they put the toy soldier in the little boat and dropped him in the water. Now the river was, well, not the river, but the water running in the gutter next to the road was running like a river. And so they chased the little tin soldier who was standing upright in the paper boat down the river, and down and down and down it went. And then it came to the drain. And the little boat made of paper with the tin soldier with the one leg standing upright disappeared down into the drain. And now it was dark. The tin soldier was scared. He wished the princess was with him, but he was brave. He was brave. A rat jumped out. "Hello!" shouted the rat. "Give me your passport. You can't come by if you don't give me your passport. And I need a toll fee. You can't come in here. I am the rat of this drain. You need to give me your passport and some toll." But the tin soldier said nothing and just carried on standing upright in the boat, and it just carried on past the rat. "Stop! Stop!" shouted the rat. "They haven't given me their passport and they haven't paid their toll. Stop!" But the tin soldier just carried on riding along in the little paper boat, which was now getting quite wet. The tin soldier was worried that this boat was going to fall apart. And at that moment, the water from the drain emptied into the canal. The wide canal, the deep water. And the boat went in, carrying the tin soldier, and the boat now fell apart. And the tin soldier fell down into the water. Oh! Very quickly, just like that, a fish came and swallowed the tin soldier. And now the tin soldier found himself inside a big fish. Oh, he didn't like this very much now. It was just going from one thing to another. He'd fallen out of the window. Then the little boys had put him on a paper boat. He'd gone sailing down the water into the drain, and now into the canal, and now he's inside a fish. And he waited and he waited. The next thing he realized was something silver and shiny was coming into the fish, and it was opened up. The fish had been caught, had been taken to market. And now the tin soldier was looking around on the table, and he saw the little boy that had first opened the tin on Christmas Day. He was back in the house. The cook of the house had gone to the market and bought the fish that had swallowed the tin soldier, and he was now back in the house. And the tin soldier was taken back up to the playroom, and put back with the other soldiers, but his paint had started to come off now. The blue and the red paint had all come off. He didn't look like the other soldiers. And the little boy had a friend round, another little boy, and he picked up the tin soldier and he threw him into the fire. "You don't need that." And there the tin soldier stood in the fire, standing upright on his one leg, holding his rifle. And at that moment, the door of the toy room was opened, and a wind blew through, and it picked up the dancing princess from the palace. It went up into the air, and it flew across and landed in the fire with the tin soldier. And slowly the tin soldier melted, and the paper dancing princess turned to ashes. And the next day, the housekeeper was cleaning out the ash from the fire, and she found a small little heart made of tin, and a small piece of tinsel that was around the neck of the dancing princess, just lying to the side of the fire. And so it was that the tin soldier and the dancing princess were now together. And that story is called The Brave Tin Soldier. And it's a story by Hans Christian Andersen. Maybe you know that story. Maybe you've read it. Maybe you've heard it been told to you before. Now, I've told it a different way, and that's the beautiful thing about storytelling. I listen to a story or I read a story, and then I just tell the story the way it comes from me. So it makes it different. And that's the beautiful thing that you can do now, is you can take that story and you can go and tell somebody else that story and tell it your way. Change it in any way you want to. It's now a gift from me to you. There's something also amazing in that story. You know the part where all the toys come to life? Do you know a movie just like that? Anybody seen Toy Story, right? Maybe the people that created Toy Story, maybe they read The Brave Tin Soldier and gave them the idea of toys coming to life. So perhaps even that story I've told you today will give you an idea for you to make up your own story. But I want you to be brave like the Tin Soldier. I want you to be brave to use your imagination to create and share that story. Share it just the way it comes from you. Will you do that for me? You will. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for joining today, and I look forward to telling you a story on another day. This is all part of the Sutton Newtown Community Festival. My name's Andy, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.